Hello and welcome to another episode of Critical Coffee Considerations with me, Francis Peck. Today we're about 6 months later since I got the Eureka Mignon Silenzio in the package deal from Illy. Now at this point actually this offer from Illy is still at €320. I still think it's a good deal. So what have my experiences been this 6 months? At the beginning, I was really interested in this single dose Eureka Mignon, but you would pay above €500 for that one. And as it says, it's inclined to zero intention. That's a nice euphemism. That's very good marketing. But really, if you consider the technical details, it has 65mm burrs, whereas this one only has 50mm burrs. And size matters for retention, I do believe. In any case, actually at this point I should also do some maintenance, so let's finally have a look at the Burrs. Now, first thing is to get the hopper off. This should be the easiest part, as in the installation you're actually putting it on. Okay, oh wait, what's that? Okay, does it have to come all the way out? Seems to be a bit loose. Okay. Guess let's not take a risk. Oops. There it goes. So now, ooh, that's okay. So that's quite dirty, but not as dirty as it is inside here. Okay, so to get to the actual Burrs, you have to remove their nice logo here. Okay, there we go. Then you can loosen this screw. Like this. All right. And the top part, okay, that slides a bit backwards. Okay, whoops, yeah, comes loose. I'll just take some paper and show all the dirt. Okay, so of course you probably should do this more than once each half year. So finally the burrs are here. Next step, getting the burrs loose. That's 3 screws in total. That's 2. Oh, and this one seems to be a bit damaged. How can I fix this one though? That's not so nice. Maybe if I try it a little bit like this. Oh no, this. Okay. Okay, so a bit stuck here. I'll have to see if my warranty covers a screw that I didn't damage. They didn't damage that as I got it. Okay, so now in any case, we can have a little bit of a look inside here. So as the beans move through here, of course, the larger this area is, the more retention might end up in that kind of surface area. So I do really believe it's a very sensible decision to go for this kind of smaller bursts. It does mean you'll have to wait maybe 30 seconds instead of 20 seconds to get through your grinding. But if you're really going for single dose grinding, it means you don't have to do a lot of them in series. And now in the beginning of this 6 months, I was really using the hopper as a single. Oh, this also gets stuck. Might be the heat in Europe at this point. I was using it as a single hopper, so really adding 7 grams or 12 grams, whatever dose I was doing, and then doing the grind on that kind of single dose level. But the beauty of an electric grinder is that when you have to do a lot of shots, you know, it is like when you just own a bicycle and then you get a car, you tend to neglect your bicycle. There's a risk. And that's exactly the same thing here. I really still love the idea of my ritual of getting up and making just a single dose with my manual grinder, one shot, maybe with a flare, but usually I have to make 2 coffees for my wife as well. And then, well, you don't want to have to grind 2 times, so you kind of get into the flow. But usually once a day I would still make 1 manual coffee this way. And when you have guests, it's just kind of perfect, this system. So instead of doing you know, just dose by dose, I really fully go for using the hopper for what it is intended, and using this as my base recipe for the week. You know, if I roasted 300 grams, fits in nicely, I have my base recipe. And then for any other kind of flavor I want in the day, I will then do a manual grind. So I will ensure that my settings are optimal for whatever is my recipe of the week. And of course, either set it for a single dose or double dose for the whole week. And for anything other, I will still use my manual grinder. That's how I fly now. How do you fly? It's up for you to discover. But I still, despite this technical issue here, I guess there must be some tricks on how to get this out without having to resend this. I'm a proud owner of the Eureka Mignon Silenzio. See you next time. Did my best to clean, even though I didn't have full access to the Burrs. Let's have a look what kind of shot we get out of it. So, just adding everything I have. I already had an empty shot going through here to preheat the portafilter. Okay. So I haven't set the Eureka Silenzio at this point for this specific beans. Let's see how much comes out of it. Okay. That's 0. Here we go. Okay. That was 0. Here we go. Wake up. Okay. So that's 7.8 grams. We can close this up again. So we could tweak this, you know, say you would want 8.5 or 9 grams, then you would add a bit to the timer. Say you just want a shot of 7 grams, then you would have to reduce the timer a bit. But of course you have to see how it's actually performing. It might be that you first want to adjust the coarseness of the grind. Let's have a look. Okay, that's going down very quickly. That's not even going to be a 20-second shot. Okay. Actually, I have it almost at the minimum. So not a lot I could do about that. It is a quite light roast, which might be affecting this. Let's have a taste. Okay, sour, as one would expect.